You know, we've all gotten pretty good at spotting a suspicious email. But what if the attack wasn't just an email? What if it could see you, hear you, and actually talk back using your own mind against you? We're about to dive into a new kind of threat, one that's hiding in plain sight. And that quote right there, it absolutely nails the problem. See, we're not fighting clumsy scams anymore. We're up against these incredibly sophisticated deceptions, and they're designed to be invisible, to slip right past our defenses without setting off a single alarm. So for the next few minutes, think of us as detectives. We are opening the case file on a completely new breed of cyber threat, and our investigation starts right now. Right, so first things first, forget everything you think you know about traditional phishing. The modern con artist isn't just sending you some dodgy link. No, they are building an entire experience, a carefully crafted illusion that hits you with text, images, voice, and even video to feel completely, utterly real. Every good investigation has to identify the culprits, and in this case, we've got two prime suspects working together. A really clever strategy and an incredibly powerful new tool. Let's profile them one by one. So our first suspect is the strategy itself, multimodal social engineering. All this really means is that an attacker combines different types of media to hit you on multiple sensory levels. Think about it. First, you get an email, then maybe a follow-up text, and then a simulated phone call. Each one of those layers makes the deception that much more believable and way harder to just ignore. And here's the accomplice, the thing that makes it all possible: agentic AI. Now, this is not just some simple bot. Think of it more like a digital mastermind. It can plan an attack, create a flawless deepfake video of your boss, generate a voice that sounds exactly like them, and even have a real-time conversation with you, learning and adapting as it goes. This is the tech that makes these attacks so personal and so terrifyingly effective. To really get a handle on this threat, we need to take a look at the attacker's playbook, because you're about to see they aren't hacking our computers, they're hacking our brains. They do it by exploiting our natural human tendencies. They'll use our authority bias by faking a message from the CEO. They'll create a sense of urgency to make us panic and act before we can think. And they'll use familiarity by impersonating a coworker you trust. The key thing to realize here is that the vulnerabilities aren't in the code. They're our own mental shortcuts. So when you combine these psychological triggers with, say, a super realistic video or voice, our brains can create what researchers call ethical blind spots. A video call looks and sounds exactly like your boss, so your brain just lowers its guard. That urgent tone in their voice completely overrides the logical part of you that might question the request. We just stop thinking critically. All right, that's enough theory. It's time to put our detective skills to the test. Let's analyze a piece of evidence together from a real-world type of scenario. Okay, here we have it, Exhibit A, an email from MasterCard IT. I mean, it looks official enough at first glance, right? It's got the company name, a clear instruction, a serious tone. Your email has been compromised, it says. You need to act now. It's designed to make your heart beat just a little bit faster. So before I just give it all away, take a good look, put on your detective hat for a second. What clues are just jumping out at you? What feels off? Did you spot him? First, look at that sender's address. A huge company like MasterCard is not using a public Gmail account for its IT department. That's a huge red flag. Second, if you were to hover your mouse over that link, you'd see it goes to a Wikipedia page about phishing. I mean, that's almost a joke. And third, you've got that classic pressure tactic, urgent, immediate action in the next hour. They want you to panic, not to think. But here is where it gets really dangerous. This email by itself, it's kind of clumsy. But just imagine 5 minutes later, your phone rings, and it's a video call. It's your boss's face, it's their voice. And they say, hey, did you see that IT alert? You need to click that link right now so we don't lose the client files. Suddenly, all those red flags from the email, they don't seem so important anymore, do they? That is the power of a multimodal attack. Now, I know this all sounds pretty scary, but you are not defenseless here. The final part of our investigation is all about building your own personal detective toolkit, equipping you with the strategies to see right through the deception. So here are 4 simple habits to build into your toolkit. First, always verify. Check the actual email address or the profile. Don't just trust the name you see. Second, question the emotion.
If a message makes you feel panicked or rushed, that in itself is a red flag. Third, just pause. Create a habit of taking a single breath before you click. And finally, the most powerful tool you have, use a different channel. If you get a weird email from your boss, just text them or call them on the number you already have to confirm it was really them.
And that kind of leaves us with the big question, right? As this AI gets better and better at creating perfect fakes, flawless copies of the people and the systems we rely on every day, our trust can't just be based on what we see or hear anymore. It has to be based on a process, on verification. In this new world we're heading into, skepticism isn't paranoia, it's a survival skill.